What's up, guys? It's your boy Pxxxnda here, and I'm coming at you with a BYSTIAL Fiendsmith Ryzeal deck profile now. Because Ryzeal Fiendsmith is like a prevalent deck, and everybody's playing it, so why not play the BYSTIALs? BYSTIALs are cooking right now, especially like even against like the Malice players. It has some weird like niche scenarios too, like Malice players that use their effects and then bring them down and link summon into them. You can still banish them again, and the only way to bring it back is either if they like shuffle it back with Hearts Encryptor, or if they bring it back with GWC. But it's kind of weird. And then yeah, brand new regain and like shuffle them back, put them in the bottom, and it's like that's cooked. Anyways, before we get into the deck profile, I just want to remind you guys to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below and leave me some suggestions. You know, if you guys have any thing you want to see in the future. Thank you guys for keeping up on my content, and let's get into it. Alright guys, so getting into the deck profile, I have a 42 card main deck, and yes, I'm doing a deck profile on Yugi, because Yugi is a god. So getting into the Ryzeal cards, I have the 3X, 3 Ice, 3 Sword, 1 Node, 3 Bonfire, and 1 Cross. Playing the 1 Cross because we're not playing the Desires, we don't need the second Cross. I'm not playing the plugin because it's kind of a brick, especially when you're playing with multiple engines. And yeah, 14 card Ryzeals in the main deck, and don't really have any trouble with it. I like it. I don't want to add any more or less, and it is what it is. So the next engine, we got the BYSTIAL engine, which is 3 Lobelia, 1 Magnemite, 2 Jerusalem, 1 Baldric, and 1 Regain. Now, this is like the perfect amount of count, like the perfect count, because you're always gonna get your Baldric off your Magnemite. You're always gonna get your Magnemite off the Lobelion, and then when you summon the Lobelion, you're gonna get your Regain. You're always gonna have access to your Jerusalem if you really need it off your Magnemite. Yeah, the Regain like broken. I like the Regain, especially against the Malice matchup. Like the Malice matchup with the Regain, they're gonna banish, activate the Malice effect, and you're gonna activate Regain, put the Malice back to the bottom of the deck, and then you're gonna draw one. So now you're taking away an extender from them, as well as getting another hand trap to your hand, which is broken, which you could possibly draw your BYSTIALs against them too, and that's like another broken thing. So, and if they summon, then you just summon your BYSTIAL from your graveyard, and that's, I don't know, dude, this is just, I like brand new Regain right now, especially against like other decks too. It puts so much pressure on people, and it's insane. As far as like Lobelion too being a starter, and giving you access to Regain, giving you an extra body, giving you the BYSTIALs, like it's broken. But that's it, just an 8 card BYSTIAL engine. Not too much, not too little. Now we got the Fiethsmith engine, which is going to be 3 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, 1 Lurie, 2 Tracked, 1 Paradise. Now I feel like the 2 track is it's I like it better than having 3. You don't want to really like draw into it. It's cool that it's a starter, but you don't really need the 3rd one, to be honest, because then you're always gonna end up seeing one of these with your branded engine, and if you don't see it, you can get into it with your extra deck as well. You never want to see this card. It's kind of why I'm playing 42 right now, because I had the concept, you know, playing Rescue Ace when they were playing. Rescue Ace plays like 45 cards, because you don't want to see the traps. I don't want to see Paradise in my hand. I want to be able to dump it off the Lacrima. And if I do see it in my hand, I just send it with Node or send it with Ice or something. Sometimes you have unfortunate circumstances of seeing it. But Fiethsmith engine is just so broken right now in this format. Obviously, that's why everybody's playing Fiethsmith Ryzeal, or Fiethsmith Tempai, or playing just a bunch of Fiethsmith decks. Anyways, Fiethsmith is just so broken because it's like the effect of Fiethsmith. It's also like the recursion, the resources, the bodies. You get so much advantage out of this, and even just like having these 2 cards going into like the Chaos Angel against the Ryzeal board is just broken. Or even if you don't have these 2, and you have like a Jerusalem or a Magnemite, and you have one of them on board, and you synchro with the Lacrima, go into the Chaos Angel, and then like let's say you use Jerusalem, right? So now you're gonna synchro, go into Chaos Angel, Jerusalem effect to send a monster, while Chaos Angel also gonna banish a card on the field. Like, dude, it's stupid. But this is also an 8 card engine. Like I said, you don't really need the 3rd track. It's cool. Maybe you can try it out with the 3rd track and maybe have more resources to be able to get into the engine. But I've never really had trouble getting into the engine. That was not my problem. I think my only problem, like the only engine that I can't really get into, whether if it's the Ryzeal or the Fiethsmith, it's mostly the BYSTIAL'S. You can't really get into the BYSTIAL'S unless you draw them. So that's the only thing. So that's another 8-card engine. And as far as the rest of the cards of the main deck is HANTRAPS, which is going to be 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Railers, 2 Ogres. That's like the best HANTRAPS in the game right now. 1 Nibiru, and 3 Imperm. I played the 1 Nibiru because I just wanted it to be like a Saki card. You don't really have to play the 1 Nibiru. I'm not playing Crossout, as you can tell. But I play the 1 Nibiru as like the 1 Saki card to draw, because you draw a lot in this deck as well, which is pretty broken. And then these are the best cards in the HANTRAPS to use against the meta right now, especially against like Dual Drive, or against like the Malice players with their Haggard and their Splash Mage, or I don't know, it's pretty resourceful. Like Nibiru is really, really good. I haven't really like, sometimes it's broken, especially against the Fiethsmith engine. Nibiru is like broken. But yeah, 42 card main deck. That's it for the HANTRAPS. I'll get into the extra deck right now. Ryzeal, you got the 2 Detonator, 2 Dual Drive. You got the 1 Exciton, which counts as like a Fiethsmith engine because you can use this to go into Requiem. It's really cool. The 1 Typhon and the 1 Aggregator. It's pretty much like your Fiethsmith cards that you have in your actual sorry, not Fiethsmith, but your Ryzeal cards that you have in your actual Ryzeal deck. And then you got your Fiethsmith engine, which is Requiem, Moon, Sequence, Desiree, Necrocrypt, DD King, Wave Caesar. It's always like you're going first play when you're going first, pretty much. You always want to go for this first, and you don't really ever want to go for Sequence, because you want to set yourself up with Fiethsmith and Paradise Engraved, where you have this to be able to use on your opponent's turn, which is pretty resourceful. And then as far as like the Chaos Angel is like really broken. I would like this card because it's like shuts down Ryzeal. Ryzeal just cannot play around this card. They just need to like, they really have no out to this card, which is actually dumb. So when you have this card on board against them, it's just hard for them to get out of it. Against other decks, obviously it's different. And then the last card is the 1 SP. SP, everybody was playing Donner before in the Ryzeal builds, but SP is more resourceful now because you can actually get rid of cards on your board to be able to continue into your Ryzeal engine. Or like you could just use the SP to as an extra removal. SP, I don't know, it's just really resourceful right now. So that's it for the extra deck. I wouldn't really change anything as well. Like I think you guys notice I'm not playing the Link 3 of the Fiethsmith. You don't really need it because you don't really go into the Desiree play a lot. Like I said, you always want to go DD King, Wave Caesar first. That's your first action, or your first Fiethsmith end word. But you don't really go into the Link 3 for the Fiethsmith to go Desiree and have like that big body. It is an option, but I prefer Typhon over that. So as far as my side deck goes, you guys can change it however you want, but this is my side deck right now currently. Is a 3 Lancia, 3 Fuwalos, 3 Econ. Enemy controller has been like broken for me, dude. Like honestly, especially against like the Ryzeal matchup, and then you can like bait your opponent by like summoning your Ryzeal monsters or your Fiethsmith monsters, or like, you know, whatever you need to summon your BYSTIAL'S, and then Econ take their Dual Drive or their Detonator. Like that's just broken to me, and then they end up having to pop their own Detonator, and you get rid of like basically 3 pops just for 1 card. Call by the Grave, it's just a Saki card for when you go first. Triple Tactics because I play the 2 Thrust, 1 D-Barrier, 1 Sanctum. Sanctum's for the Lancia, for the Malice deck. D-Barrier, I don't know, D-Barrier is like, it's okay. Like it's not the best. Like right now, especially with everybody playing Ryzeal Fiendsmith, like this isn't really a great card right now. I guess the pure deck, the pure Ryzeals, yeah, it's gas. But nah, it's whatever. As you can tell, I'm not playing Perulia. I just don't feel like Perulia is as good now because everybody's playing Fiethsmith Ryzeal. Perulia is just kind of and then there's not so much like 10-500 meta. Malice doesn't really care about Perulia, so it just doesn't feel good. That's why I'm playing the Econs over the Perulias. Econ just feels like broken right now, especially like when you take people's like Malice cards too. Like especially when you take their what is the Link 3 that doubles the attack to 5,000, you just take it. It's broken. Anyways, yeah, so that's it for the main deck. This is my side deck. Like I said, you could change it to however you guys want to. You can probably take out the 3rd Call by the Grave, put in a 3rd Thrust or whatever you guys want. But that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys like my Yugi. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys keeping up with the content. Please let me know down in the comments below if you guys want to change anything or do anything or suggest anything, and we can just go from there. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys next time.